Good morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market watch list for Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. Please remember this is just a watch list. That does not mean that any or all of these are going to take off in one direction or another, but they are high probability plays for the day. Please smash that like button to help out with the algorithm. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's get started. ESSA Pharma, ticker EPIX, is creating a bull flag if you look on the 3-month chart. So I am looking for the breakout of the bull flag. COSM, guys, this is ripping in pre-market. Okay, I need to admit I probably sold it too early, but I am going to play the runs. I sold it to buy COMS because it was cheaper, and I think it's going to do the same exact thing. But COSM has been moving the last couple of days still, and I think it's in a strong uptrend. So right now I'm waiting for the pullback in pre-market, and I'm probably going to enter a position again to ride. NAOV. All right, guys, if you follow me on Twitter, I mentioned this yesterday because they were ripping. As you can see, they were up 139.68% yesterday, and they're up an additional 19.15% in pre-market. And this is because they got FDA approval for their medical device. So I believe that it's going to continue with this move up. I'm not sure how heavily shorted the stock is, but I'm guessing it's pretty heavily shorted because I've owned this in my long-term portfolio for at least a few years now. And it has been beat down hard. So I think that you could continue to see a movement to the upside in this ticker. COMS, like I just talked about, it's also running, guys. It was up 32.72% yesterday, so I don't regret my decision at all, and it's up again in pre-market. So I think we're going to continue to see movements to the upside, and I think that part of this is based on people just typing in the ticker of COSM wrong, but you know, it also has been beat down very hard. So, but there is caution that I want to err on with anyone playing COMS. They did not meet NASDAQ listing requirements and had a recent hearing. If the NASDAQ decides to delist them, then this could go to nothing overnight. So just a side of caution that I want to warn everyone on with this play. AVCT. All right. AVCT is something that I've been in since pre-reverse split, and it has been beat down hard. It is running. Now, yesterday it started running on no news, and I believe that that's because those warrants come due next week. So please watch the video I put out on this, but I'm looking for the continuation and that move higher today for AVCT. TME, 10 cents. All right, guys, Asian stocks are on a tear again this morning. So I have several on my watch list today, but Tencent is one that's been beat down very, very hard and had excellent earnings. And I think that we're going to see some strong moves to the upside in this ticker over the coming weeks. Alibaba, BABA, this is up huge in pre-market. Again, another one that's been beat down from its highs, like $300 something, all the way down to $80.35. So this has been a great stock to trade, guys. Keep an eye on Alibaba. NIO, NIO. All right, another one. You know, it's just getting beat down because solely it's a Chinese stock, and they all have been beat down hard. But you know what? It's like this game that they're playing. You got to ride the highs and sell the lows. I mean, sell the highs and ride the lows. Said that backwards first. All right, CABA, C-A-B-A. This, guys, is one of my favorite tickers lately because it has just been an absolute beast. If you follow the channel, we've been in this since 80 cents, and it just keeps going up. I haven't been trading this, guys. I am in this as a swing trade solely. You know, I'm not selling and riding these moves because I think it's just going to keep going, and I'm looking for it to get to all-time highs, you know, in that, or, you know, high of year or whatever it was of like $13 is where I'm looking at for this. So it still has about another almost $10 to go in order to get where I'd like to see it. And this is heavily shorted. So I definitely think there's a possibility it could get a short squeeze at some point. They've been doing a good job, though, letting, you know, when they lose control, pulling it back down. So there are people that are just solely day trading this. ACOR, this is another name that was trading over $1 and has been beat down. But as you can see, it's starting to uptrend again. And I'm watching this now because once it gets going, it can move very, very quickly. So I'm looking for a continued move to the upside. And I'm looking for some strong buying power to come in. Carvana, CVNA. All right, this is another one that's been beat down hard. I love the number it's at when I took the screenshot, 777. Good luck, guys. But I'm watching this because I think that it found its bottom again yesterday, and I'm looking to see if it gets that reversal today. As you can see, it's up 4% in after hours, so I'm looking for this to come back, push through 8, and I'd like to see it get back into that double digits relatively quickly. All right, next stock is KALA, Kala Pharmaceuticals. And Kala, guys, submits an investigational drug application for the corneal defect drug candidate. So by them doing that, they are up significantly in pre-market. I'll give you the percentages when I go over the top tickers, because for some reason after 7 a.m. it's not printing on Robinhood. And I don't know why they have that problem, but anyways, Appen, Apollo Endosurgery is another one that's up in pre-market, and the reason for that is because they completed transition to the European MDR requirements for the Overstitch System BIB and Albera 365 intragastric balloons and overtube. So I'm looking to see what exactly this is going to go to, but APEN is up significantly in pre-market. MMAT, MMTLP, I don't think I need to say much more about this. This will be on my watch list for the next 2 weeks. Helbiz, HLBZ. All right, guys, let me see. I thought I took another picture of this somewhere because it went up. No. All right. Maybe I did. Maybe we'll get to it again. But it's up over 30 cents now in pre-market. It was up, pulled back, and is moving back up. It needs to push through that 32, 33 area. And then, guys, we are going to go on a run, I believe, all the way to 43 is my next target. FWBI. All right, this is flat in pre-market, but this started moving to the upside again yesterday. So I'm watching it to see whether it's a true move or it's just starting another cycle. But I would look for a continuation of FWBI to the upside today. Mullen. Guys, it came down in a strong ascending wedge, and I do think that we are going to break out of that today, so keep your eye on Mullen Automotive. GoCo. All right, if you follow me, you know this is another one of my favorites that I've been pointing out for a long time, and it is just ripping. It is up $2.54 or 33.33% in the past week. I'm looking for the continued move higher in this name, guys. At one point, this was trading over $40 a share with a reverse split value. So I think that it can get back there. Obviously, not overnight. It's going to take time, but it's in an uptrend and it's showing strong proof of concept. So I believe that GoCo is going to continue making higher highs and higher lows. CANG. All right, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm going to remind you all, they have earnings late at like 8 p.m. tonight. I think that this name is going to get a run. They paid out a significant dividend in which they immediately dropped the price to the amount of that dividend. Go figure. And I think that it's going to gain it back after earnings, provided that they're good, as I would expect them to be, considering they gave out a dividend. You don't do that if your earnings are horrible, right? ASPI, this is another stock that is ripping in pre-market. I do not see any news on this, so I'm kind of confused as to why. I think that they were a recent share offering that got completed, so maybe that's what people are buying on, but I don't know, guys. CTLT, Catalent. Watch the video I put out yesterday on this one. This has over 100% institutional ownership. Somewhere between 107 124% is what I'm seeing on the platforms that offer that information. So, guys, keep an eye on CTLT. Like I said in my video that I put out on this, it's giving me that red box vibes when it went from 2 to 20. So, I think it could rip. KOLD, again, KOLD is ripping in pre-market. This is natural gas, guys. So keep an eye on this because I think that it's going to see significant moves again today. I had told you about this yesterday as well. ONCS. Guys, I don't know why this one's moving either, but to be honest, I added this last minute, so I haven't really had a chance to look yet, but it is up $1.24 in pre-market, 48.63%. It just like all of a sudden shot up, so check that out and look for a pullback if you're going to play it. Oh, you know what? I think I did look at this. I apologize. This is a recent IPO. It's trying to find its price. It's trying to figure out where it's comfortable. My apologies. Like I said, Helbiz, here, it's a repeat, but see, it's up to 31.79. It's testing that 32. You can see that little spike there. It needs to push through there, guys, and I think it does today. PDD, excuse me, I added an extra D there. So it's Pinduoduo. Say that 3 times twice. Anyways, they are up $13 in the past week. They are up in pre-market. I just wanted to show you the breakout of this bull flag that we're seeing here. They got a price target increased to, I believe it was $111 from an analyst this morning. So look for this to continue moving upwards. And last but certainly not least is CSCO. All right, guys, CSCO has a bunch of conferences this week, and I think that's what's going on with CTLT as well. There's a bunch of tech conferences going on, so I'm looking to see some of these tech names move. And I would even keep your eye on Meta. I'm not sure if they're involved in them, but I just have a feeling that we're going to see some of these very heavily beat down names move to the upside. The market is green. My take of what happened yesterday was they purposely, meaning the market makers and hedge funds, purposely pulled it back to buy as cheap as they possibly could. And I think that the rest of the week, we're going to see the market go on an absolute rip. That's just my thoughts. You know, anything can happen. There's a lot of crazy things going on in this world right now. But I do think that, you know, things are going to be green for the rest of this week. It's generally a very, very bullish week in the market. One of the most bullish weeks, if not the most bullish week of the year. So I'm bullish for the rest of the week unless something changes, which I'll be happy to let you know. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching and have a